This is Corey Willis with PPEI, and you're listening to the Diesel Podcast.
I'm Adam Blattenberg from Diesel World.
This is Dan, owner of Dan's Diesel Performance.
I'm Kaz from Diesel Doctor of Tennessee, and you're listening to the Diesel Podcast.
What is going on, Diesel Nation? Today we've got Derek Rose on the podcast, and he's one of the favorites to win UCC. He's no stranger to it. He's been really competitive every year. And we're going to ask him to give us some insights what the last, couple weeks have been like getting ready for it, what his goals are. Everyone that's going there, they want to win. They're competitors. That's why they're showing up. But some personal goals that Derek has and just what it's like putting together his team, his sponsors, and getting the truck ready to go out there. So we know you guys are going to enjoy this episode. Before we get to it, we want to thank a couple of our partners that help make the podcast possible. The first is Dan's Diesel Performance. If you're heading out to UCC, they're going to be there. They're the official drop-in turbo kit of the Diesel Podcast. So if you're looking for a nice, easy install, get some more power, lower your EGTs, they've got a ton of options for Cummins, Duramax, and Power Stroke. Really competitive pricing and a great warranty as well. So make sure you check them out if you go to the show or go to dansdieselperformance.com. The other is Nitro Gear. And we did a podcast recently with Nitro Gear about, just trucks if you're towing. A lot of these guys, well, all of them are towing their trucks there. But, day in and day out using your truck for work. And one of the first things we do is go to larger tires and what that can do to the transmission and the overall performance of the truck. And those guys got a complete lineup of gears and axle parts to be able to allow you to maximize your truck, your setup, and make it perform how you want, whether you're competing in UCC, whether you're towing the race truck there, or using the truck day in and day out. So make sure you check out Nitro Gear. Hit them up with any questions. They're really familiar with diesel performance, what we do to these trucks, and they're looking forward to helping you. All right, let's get to this podcast with Derek and talking to him about what his goals are for UCC 2019. Derek Rose, it is great to have you on the Diesel Podcast during UCC week. I know you've probably been really busy, and we appreciate your time as you're heading to the event and getting ready to go compete in it.
Yep, thanks for having me.
So I got to ask you, what have the last week or two been like getting ready, in crunch time, so to speak, to head out to Indiana and take the truck and compete with it?
For us, it's been, not only a week or two, but it's been like 6 months in the making and maybe past 3 years. So it's almost gotten a little bit easier for us as far as knowing what we got to do. But, we've been working hard on the truck for literally probably 6 months, just shedding weight, totally new suspension, different fuel and air, just really trying to, not going crazy with anything oddball like we've done in the past, just improving on what was already working. But it hasn't been too bad the past couple weeks. Last week, got some really good data. It's been a different kind of a year preparing.
That's what I was going to say is, like, with the experience that you have, you've been through this a few times, so you know what it's like.
A couple other guys, longest running, we've been going since they started. So, like me and my wife were packing, and we're like, we just feel like we're forgetting something, but it's getting easier.
I chatted with a few other guys, and they're like, the truck's the easy part. It's packing the trailer that's hard.
Yeah.
Now, as far as, heading into it, obviously everyone that's entered wants to win, but what are some personal goals that you have for the truck as you go through the sled pull and the drag race and the dyno?
Honestly, the only goal I have is to not suck on the drag strip. We, we literally have a drag truck, like many of the other guys, and we have struggled every year on the drag strip with transmission issues, air shifter issues, trans brake button not working for the air shifter. Just all kinds of, literally have not made it through a drag day. So that is, my goal is to go out there and kick some ass on the drag strip. The rest for me is, I don't want to say easy, but it's not a big deal. My truck sled pulls well. Even setup, I think it's going to do good.
Now on the on the tranny side, are you running that new solid input shaft?
Yep, yeah, BD Diesel was awesome enough to get us literally their first batch that came in. We've already went and tested with it. Trans look good. I opened it up this weekend. Everything looks good. We have a couple spares. You know, the transmissions haven't really changed much. It's the driving style and racing, and if you're on the converter too long. So we've really learned how to be nicer to the transmissions per se. Not, you know, take 25 seconds to spool up, things like that. I think that's really gonna help us moving into Friday, is just the ability to spool the truck in 3 seconds and be ready to go. I mean, that's going to be, you'll know, you know, competitors there watching, or spectators watching, they'll see guys that know their truck, and then they'll see guys that obviously don't know their truck that are sitting there, you know, taking forever to spool up.
You had mentioned BD Diesel, and I wanted to ask you, you know, as part of the race team, and especially going on to like the biggest stage that's out there, which is UCC, is, you know, what role do they play? How have they helped you get the truck, not just this year, but all the years you've been racing it, to the level that it's at?
I mean, you know, Brian, the owner, and everyone there, they've been behind us since the beginning. You know, we've just kind of been innovating along with them. They've adapted a lot of their structure to, you know, different components, racing, you know, building better pumps, injectors, you know, all the little odds and ends, the turbos, manifolds. I mean, they've really just kind of evolved their company, not solely around the racing, but they've adapted a lot of their products to the racing. It's really helped us be better. I mean, with the rebuildable torque converter that we unveiled last year, that's been a game changer for a lot of drag racers. So they've literally just been behind us, and they're, you know, literally the biggest sponsor we have. You know, truthfully, I wouldn't be able to do this at the level without them.
What's really cool too is to see like what you guys are able to do on the race side, and say working with BD on different parts of the truck, is that pushing that envelope and discovering the things that, you know, the fixes that are out there and the ways they can help you. It also translates to your business, which is, you know, working on trucks and fixing them and making them run better. So it's not just on the racetrack, it's also for, you know, tow trucks and work trucks and daily drivers and things like that.
Yep, yeah, and we've been working along with them for a long time on, you know, literally they were a little late to the game on the second gen swaps, and, you know, I pushed them for years, like, guys, we need to get these, you know, the second gen swaps for all these 6.7s, and we pushed them into that, helping them with, you know, just little things on the fitment side that we see in our shop. It's been good. They've been nothing short of awesome to work with. They're always willing to, you know, to listen and learn from guys out in the field like myself.
Now, I think, you know, because of how competitive you and your team and your truck have been at UCC, I think from the outside looking in, there seems to be pressure on you because you've been right there. You know, the truck's performed really well. Heading into this year, do you feel that pressure, or is it just, I'm going to go out there and have fun with my truck, and this is, you know, it's a great weekend, I get to go race and compete and do those sorts of things, or is there a lot of pressure on you?
I mean, I think there's a little bit of pressure maybe that we put on ourselves, but I just have some personal goals to, like I said, to do better on the drag strip, and I've never felt better going into an event or even just taking it for a race weekend than what I do now. I really feel confident in the truck, power we're making. I won't say we have the, you know, the best. You know, I'm not going to go there and say, hey man, I literally have the best truck, the most horsepower, the fastest truck. I don't. There's a lot of awesome competitors coming. Some of them have a little bit more power on tap than us. Some might be a little quicker than us on the drag strip. But I think overall we might have the most experience in all three events going into the event, and I feel good. I mean, win or lose, we're going to go try to have fun, but I'm not going to lie, I'm going there. I want to win. So does my team. We want to win bad.
I think that's what's so cool about this event and the way it's kind of gone over the years is it isn't just about one thing. It's about, I think, the consistency and then the preparation that you make and the experience and all that coming together. So we're really excited to see you go out there, see you compete. I remember last year somebody snapped a picture of when you're on the dyno and the tires were getting kind of stretched a little bit there with all the torque and just seeing what you do. So I know everyone's excited and you're heading down there and it's kind of crunch time, so to speak. We appreciate your time today and chatting with us and giving us and our listeners just an inside look at what it's like before the event starts.
Cool. No, I appreciate it. We definitely look forward to doing the best we can and put on a good show for all the fans and spectators.
Don't forget, Diesel fans, make sure and hit up Dan's Diesel Performance. If you're going to UCC, they're going to have a booth there. Stop by, ask them questions, check out what they got, or go to dansdieselperformance.com. And also Nitro Gear and Axle. They've got a complete lineup of gears for your Cummins, Duramax, or Power Stroke. If you got questions, don't know what you need, they're more than happy to help you. Just a bunch of performance enthusiasts, off-road enthusiasts there. So they're basically just like us. So if you got questions, hit them up. They're more than happy to help you. Till next time, keep the shiny side up.